Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So first is who am I? My name is Innocent Tristan Marcus Audins. I'm number 14 from 12 Sijadwa. I'm a student at Vocational High School 7 Semarang, and right now I'm going to explain to you about Wireshark. So what is Wireshark? First and foremost, Wireshark is a network protocol analyzer. Now what does that mean? A network protocol analyzer takes the 1 and 0 that travel across the wire and decipher what the seemingly random number means, basically. As an example, Wireshark can take data that cross the wire for a simple HTTP transaction and tell you which part of the packet show the source and the destination IP address or the HTTP status code. And Wireshark currently can decipher hundreds of protocols and more being added all the time. So basically the protocols are being updated as new and more protocol emerge or being added. And this will make a little more sense as we get into using Wireshark to analyze network traffic, which is usually there are a lot of protocols being used at networks such as TCP, SMB, or many other else. And the other beauty of Wireshark is that it runs on multiple operating systems and currently has ports for Windows, Linux, Macs, and FreeBSD. It also has a graphical user interface or GUI, which is important for many people, as well as command line version that can be used for scripting language such as Bash. And I guess that's what Wireshark really is, to be honest. And now the history of Wireshark. So in 1998, a computer science graduate at University of Missouri at Kansas City named Gerald Combs released a program called Ethereal. It was the first of its kind of network analysis tool, and Mr. Combs released the application under GNU GPL license, which means that the software is free to use for private and commercial application. Now, due to some trademark issue, Combs had to rebrand the Ethereal as Wireshark in 2006. Yeah. And then, what is Wireshark used for? First is that network troubleshooting. So, network engineer will often run Wireshark to determine if routing on a local area network is happening properly and efficiently. And system administrator will use Wireshark to ensure that their servers are properly communicating with each other and determine that if the network is down. And finally, security administrator use it to identify malicious traffic such as that from APT actor or from black hat hacker. So right now I'm going to show you the hands-on or practical use of Wireshark and just show you how powerful it is and how important it is. So right now what you see is the Wireshark applications, and as you can see, and this is the packet capture from the WannaCry ransomware infected machine. So as you can see, there are a lot of SMB connection right here. So what we are going to do is we are going to isolate the traffic here by typing the following filter, which is this. So this is the hexadecimal or for literal hexadecimal of SMB version 1, as you can see. So from Microsoft documentation, the SMB header is contain for literal hexadecimal, which is FF, 43, 40, and 42. And so basically from this we can conclude that SMB version 1 is being used or being exploited by one ransomware WannaCry, and SMB version 1 is being vulnerable to the Eternal Blue exploit, and it was able to spread to other intentionally vulnerable system through SMP. So basically, this infected machine can infect other machine using the SMB protocol or something like that. So what I want to show you right now is how to spot a TCP delay basically. So the normal or the usual technique to spot a delay is basically you create a delta column and then basically just sort it and see what the slowest or the most delay test, and basically it looks like the delay only 1 second, and but let's say the client or the customer complaining why our server is really slow, or some machine are really slow, and using the delta column here is basically not enough, so we can use the TCP delta here. So first you have to create the TCP delta column, and then see, and as we can see there are about 20-second delay in here. So I don't want to be very technical, so I just want to show you that we can see the delay in TCP or the connection, and what this number means is that if this delay is come from your machine, then basically that's fine. But if this delay is come from your server, then you can do some troubleshooting, or just basically find out why it's taking so long to finish the connection, or why it is so slow. And I guess that's all, and I hope you can see by now you can see the beauty and how powerful Wireshark really is, and how important to master the Wireshark application. I guess that's all from me now. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.